Yo, what's going on YouTube? We have another update here on the new SaaS company. Last week was actually our best week so far in terms of cash collected and just overall P&L on the week. So I'm going to show you guys a little behind the scenes here. I'll show you how much we collected, exactly how much we spent. I'll jump into the ads manager here in just a second, and I'll show you some live clips from the webinar that we had last week. I honestly forget kind of what clips I took. Right now when I'm filming this, it's Tuesday, March 4th. We do webinars every Thursday. That's how we bring on new customers here. So if you guys are new to this little mini series that I have here, I'm basically just documenting taking a new SaaS company from $0 to $20,000 a month in recurring revenue. Hopefully a lot higher than that, but just for the series to kind of have like a target to hit, I think it'd be cool to document this process. So subscribe if you guys are new here. I've got videos kind of breaking down the model in the whole offer here. But in the last video, we went through last week or the week before's webinar. So this one, we're back on track. We changed two things over the last 2 weeks that worked really well for us. Let me load this up here. Let's look at last week. All right. So last week's webinar was on February 27th. So if we look from 20 to 26, this is how we kind of break it down like week by week to get the exact P&L on each webinar. So for that webinar, we spent $2,500. Okay, you can see we had a couple campaigns running here. Some clearly working better than others. That is one thing that we did change over the past 2 weeks. We got new ad creatives. We started using a different style. Okay, we went back to making videos. Worked. The lead cost is much lower and the quality improved so much. So that's a little, just a little note there. If you're running paid ads to bring on new customers for your SaaS here, highly recommend running videos. Like the traffic just will be way better. And for us, it's been much cheaper too. So from the 20th to the 26th, we'll see how many people registered. So 124, okay. So that put our lead cost at, let's say, what did we do? 2,500 divided by 124. All right, $20 lead cost. That's right where we need to be. Like $20 is, I'd like to be a little bit lower, but I will certainly not complain at a $20 lead cost. All right. So let me roll some footage from the actual webinar that we had here. I think we had right around a 50% show rate. So the show rate was dialed in. We closed a record high here. All right. We got the webinar. Yeah, we've got 68 people in the chat here. So we're going to record this whole webinar too. I'm going to throw it in I'll throw it in our school group for those of you guys who want to watch it. But yeah, let's see. We got a lot of people. Hopefully you can get like 15 to 20% on the webinar, or 15%-ish on the webinar, and then when we recoup, get some follow-ups, we can hit 20% on the week. So we'll see how this goes. All right, let's see. We just dropped the payment link. We have 51 people left on the call. So, there we go. We just got first one coming in. See if you'll be able to see that. Hopefully these start flying in. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you guys posted. But I want to get 10 on the call. So, but hey, you don't always get what you want. So let's see. All right, just to give you guys a quick update here. It is 2:30, like 3. But crushed. There we go. Is that another one? I think we're at like 22%. We have, let me see, 14, I believe. I'll give you guys a look. We have, today's the 27th. So let me refresh that. So I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 so far. So 2,800 so far collected on 25 spent. This is the best webinar we've had yet. So after a couple weeks of trying to get those leads and everything dialed in, that feels good. Those are the numbers that we needed to hit. Hopefully, I mean, we could, without a doubt, I think we pulled 5 follow-ups last week. So we should pull even, I don't know, probably 2 to 4 follow-ups, hopefully over the next week before next week's. So there we go. That's good. But I'll pick you guys up in the next update. Banger. All right, little late night recap on the Webby. Best Webby yet. 26% on the webinar. Close. 17. 17 people at $199. So yeah, good webinar there. We closed, so if we had 17, that was 26% on the webinar. It's the 4th on Tuesday right now as I'm filming this video here. So hopefully we get a few more follow-ups as well. I think last week, if you guys watched the last video I put out, most of our sales came from follow-ups that week. Given it was a much smaller audience, I think we had half the amount of people in the webinar. And I don't know, but for the past 2 weeks, our close rate has been 26%. So I'll take that all day long. I remember saying in the last video, I was like, if we could hold this close rate with a normal appointment cost, like something that we could actually work with, because last week our appointment cost was $29, which was way too high. But yeah, this week it was coming down. We're on track. So we have another webinar coming up in 2 days. And we have 88 people registered for that. We're hoping to get some more ad creatives today that we can launch. Today, we're only running $200 a day with this one. Let me see. We turned one off last night because the appointment cost was starting to creep up. So we're still under, at least for the day, we're under 20 bucks. But we want to get another campaign running with 2 or 3 videos in it, and we'll run that at 200 bucks a day. So we'll have $400 a day running. That's kind of the budget that we want to be at. That'll put us at if we can collect 15 to, if we're spending 2,800 bucks a week. Ideally, what we look to do, if you guys are you haven't seen my other videos, we just look to break even on month 1 on the front end here. So we actually don't even care about making money on the webinar. We just want to stack that recurring revenue so that we can bring clients on at $0 spend. That's the goal of running paid ads with this model. So if we're running, last week we had a good turnout. I don't know if we can expect that moving forward. Say we bring on 15 to 20 people every week with the infrastructure that we have set up right now. That's kind of what we can handle. We could probably take on some more, but just to keep it under control, because we do run onboarding calls, we run group coaching calls every single week. So we do 3 of those, and we do 3 onboardings a week. So that is good. We don't want the class sizes over 10 people. In the next couple weeks, we're going to have to open up more onboarding slots so that it's not 10 people plus on every single call. We can double the amount of slots, and then maybe have limit each call to 8 people. So that's kind of what we're thinking now. But yeah, it's been working in terms of the support too. Okay, so this isn't a traditional agency model, a done for you thing where we're going in and we're doing everything. It's more hands off for us, but we still want to have those support channels open, where if people are coming in and they're starting to run ads, say on Facebook for the first time, we can kind of help them through that process. We do have a full, we have a private school group. That's where we kind of host everything. We bring everybody into that school group. We have a ton of videos that shows everyone how to go in and set up their account. And it also goes in and shows them how to run and manage their own ad campaigns. But we still we don't want people just kind of going in there blind. And that's another, that's another value prop that we have. We're hey, it's more of a done together program. That's a little recap of the last week. Main takeaway, we didn't change anything with the webinar. The webinar is good. The webinar flow clearly works. The only thing we changed, and the biggest lever you can pull, is just to constantly have new ad creatives, for yourself, always trying to be lowering your lead cost every single week. We've been running these for the past 2 weeks, we've been running these same, I think we have 4 video ads and 4 statics that we've been running. So we've been splitting them up between 2 campaigns. That's how we've been structuring it, just maxing each campaign at 200 bucks a day and then stacking those on top of each other. So that's been working for us. The lead cost has been pretty consistent for the past 2 weeks. And I think a lot of that has to deal with, just new creatives, new fresh creatives. We didn't really change up the angle, the ad copy kind of stayed the same, but the videos just work better. It's way easier to explain your offer and get people excited and interested in 20 seconds instead of them just looking at another static image on their Instagram story and being all right, what is this? Another agency trying to sell me a super high ticket program, right? So what we're able to do in the videos, we can basically qualify every single person that comes into our funnel and signs up for the webinar, like right on the ad. Like we call out our target audience, call out their problem. It's like, hey, if you guys have used like high ticket agencies, lead providers, you're cold calling, relying on referrals. Like if this is you, this is kind of the new way to go about it. It's way easier. It's way cheaper. So that kind of gets them interested right off the bat, like on the ad. So yeah, that's a little quick update here for this past week. In my next video, I'm probably either going to recap this week or just explain like more of the infrastructure of the business to show you guys how we run everything and how we structure it. So make sure to subscribe, like the video if you guys like these updates. Again, I'm kind of just documenting this process and sharing some little tips and kind of whatever we're doing throughout the week. That's what I'm going to be putting into these videos. So not much has changed. Like every week is fairly similar. It's always like one small tweak that is going to help. So for the past 2 weeks, it's been our ads. Like we needed to find new ads to bring our lead costs down. But yeah, probably wrap this video up here. If you guys want to join our free SaaS community, we have a group on School. I'll leave it down in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.